Good morning. Welcome to one and all in this online session of Introduction to Syllabus of 10th Standard Mathematics Part 2 by Sri Subhash Nagarse from Sri Digambar Jain Gurukul Prashala, Solapur. Friends, you will be appearing for your 10th board exam this year. Till now, you have been competing with your classmates. But now, for the first time, you will be prepared to a greater competition with numerous students across the state appearing for the same examination. This will be your first step towards achieving the goal in your life that you have set. This is because the 10th board marks will be a decisive factor for most of your future. Friends, for preparation of this mathematics part 2, we must know the syllabus. Before going to see the syllabus, let us peep in some misunderstanding about this mathematics part 2. What is in your mind about this subject? Is maths is very hard subject. Theorems are very complex. Constructions are not easy. Activity based problems, time management, can't recall easily even thou magap. So these are some misunderstanding about this subject. This misunderstanding one has to be removed from one's mind. Then and then only we will prepare this very well. So in order to remove these all misunderstanding, what one has to do that one should become a good friend of this mathematics part 2. How it can be done? Let us see. For that, what do you think? That this mathematics part 2 is a logical subject. It is an imaginary subject. You should have to be set in your mind. Practice the theorems by changing name of the geometric figures. For example, suppose in one of the theorem triangle ABC is given. At that time, you replace that triangle ABC with triangle PQR and carry the proof. Recall formulas by correlation. Practice basic constructions. Read problems carefully and practice activity based problems. Do not mug up. If you follow all these 6 things, then certainly you'll become a good friend of this mathematics part 2. So, what is your textbook? How it looks? Just see, this is the front cover page of this your textbook. In this textbook, what is the content that we will see? Here, in all, there are 7 topics. Number 1 is the similarity. Second topic is Pythagoras theorem. Third is circle. Fourth is geometry construction. Fifth one is coordinate geometry. Sixth one is trigonometry. And last topic, seventh, is mensuration. So your textbook consists of these 7 topics, and marks allotted for the board exam is 40 for written examination and 10 for internal evaluation. So totally 50 marks are there. What is the content of this topic? Each topic that will just see, and that will become very clear for you how to prepare for the board examination. First topic, which is for 10 marks, similarity. What are the contents of this topic? See, properties of the ratio of the area of two triangles. BPT, that is the basic probability theorem, also called as the Thales theorem. Converse of BPT is there. Later on, as an application of BPT, we will learn 2 more property or additional corollaries, ABT, that is angle bisector theorem, and 3 parallel lines and their transversal property. Next, we are going to see that is similarity and tests of similarity of triangles, property of area of similar triangles. Then chapter number 2, which is for 7 mark, that is Pythagoras theorem. This topic consists of the following points: Pythagorean triplet, similarity and right angle triangle, theorem of geometric mean, Pythagoras theorem and its converse, Pythagoras theorem's applications like 30, 60, 90 and 45, 45, 90 major triangles, and an Apollonius theorem, also called as Apollonius principle. Now let us see the third topic, which is for 12 marks, very important. Third topic is a circle. In this we are going to discuss on circle passing through 1, 2, 3 points, secant and tangent, circles touching each other, arc of a circle, inscribed angle and intercepted arc and the relation between them, cyclic quadrilateral and its properties, secant tangent angle theorem, and theorem of intersecting chords. These three topics are very important as far as theorems are concerned. See, this is a geometrical compass box in which all the equipments should be properly one. They are not get rubbed off, or the new numbers on them should be clear one. So if your compass box is well equipped, you can draw the geometrical figures very easily, correctly. So the next topic is geometric construction. Before that, we must know what are just I told you important things regarding compass box. Our compass box must be well equipped. One should know all basic constructions. The marks in the construction should be clear. Don't rub the arcs of the constructions. Don't write steps of constructions. Write analysis wherever necessary. Now the fourth topic is geometry construction, which carries 7 marks. In that we are going to see the basic constructions that we must know in order to carry the next three important constructions. So first is construction of a triangle similar to the given triangle. In this we have to be see two conditions: when vertices are distinct, first one, and secondly when the vertices are common. To construct a tangent at a point on the circle, again two situations we are going to consider: by using center of the circle and without using center of the circle. And the next is construction of a tangent to the circle from a point outside the circle. It is very easy chapter. You will get full credit in this topic, so prepare this well. Next is coordinate geometry carrying some 7 marks. In this we are going to see to find the distance between any 2 points on an axis, to find the distance between 2 points if the segment joining these points is parallel to any axis in the xy plane, then distance formula, division of a line segment, section formula, coordinates of the midpoint of a segment, and then centroid formula, and at the end we are going to see slope of a line and slope of parallel lines. This is also very easy topic. The next topic that we are going to consider is trigonometry carrying 7 marks. In this we are going to consider these 5 things. What are the trigonometric ratios that we already learned in 9th standard. Next we are going to consider here trigonometric identities, angle of elevation, angle of depression, and some problems based on the heights and distances. These three-dimensional shapes you have seen till now, these shapes you saw in at your home in day-to-day life, but on these shapes the three-dimensional geometry starts. That is chapter number 7 mensuration carrying some 10 marks. In this, what we are going to learn is surface area and volume of combination of solids. And one new additional 3D figure is the frustum of a cone is added in this year. The rest you have already learned till from 9th standard. Area of the sector of a circle, length of an arc of a circle, and area of segment of a circle. These topics we are going to see. Friends, out of these 7 topics, just I told previously, first 3 topics consist of theorems. 1 or 2 theorems will be certainly asked in the board examination in question number 3b. Be careful regarding these 3 topics. So, now we will see what is the chapter wise and question wise weightage for this subject. See here, question wise and chapter wise weightage. Let us consider first topic, that is similarity, which is totally 10 marks allotted by the board. Question number 1A having 1 mark, B 1 mark, question number 2A 2 marks, then question number 3B 3 marks, question number 5 3 marks, so totally 10 marks are there. Similarly, if you see Pythagoras theorem, here also you could see there may be a question or problem on in question number 1A, question number 2B, and question number 4, totally 7 marks. For circle, question number 1A 1 mark, B 1 mark, question number 2A 2 mark, B 2 mark, question number 3B 3 marks, and question number 5 3 marks, totally 12 marks. Then geometry construction. The topic allotted is for 7 marks and probable questions to be asked will be in question number 3A and question number 4. Then fifth topic, geometrical construction, wherein you could see this a mark allotted is 7 mark, wherein there will be a question number 2A 2 marks, B 2 marks, and question number 3B 3 marks. So total 7 marks. For this sixth topic, trigonometry, the probable questions will be asked in question number 1A B, question number 2 B, question number 3 B, and total 7 marks. And the last topic, mensuration, allotted for 10 marks, and probable questions will be question number 1B, question number 2B, question number 3A, and question number 4. That is 10 marks. Your question paper will be of 40 marks with option it is for 60 marks. If you keep this chart in front of you, you can easily prepare your board examination. Means you have to be look on this chart very carefully so you could easily write. Now, what is actually the revised evaluation pattern? That we'll see. Revised evaluation pattern is just like this. Some important point that we have to remember is no change in the syllabus, no change in the textbook, only evaluation pattern is changed. The question paper will be based on the syllabus of standard 10. There will be no question on us in standard 9th syllabus. Following is the scheme of marking for the written and internal evaluation of mathematics part 2. So written examination is 40 marks and 2 hours is allotted for it. Internal evaluation is for 10 marks, so totally 40 plus 10 50 marks evaluation will be there for this subject. What is the nature of the question paper? An important factor on which your next year will be depending. So what is the outline of the question paper, that we'll see. By observing at the given table, you will understand the nature of the question paper. Accordingly, it would be beneficial for the preparation of mathematics part 2. Question number 1A is MCQ, multiple choice question. No option at all, 1 mark each, 4 marks are allotted. Question number 1B, solve the following sub questions, 1 mark each, no option, 4 marks are there. This question number 1 is a question which have no option at all. So very easy questions are there in this question number 1. Means the level is easy type. Only one concept based only one formula is there, like that. Question number 2a, you have to do two activities out of 3, 2 marks each. So for 4 marks it will be there. Question number 2b, you have to attempt 4 questions out of 5. So 2 marks are there, totally 8 marks. Question number 3a, one activity you have to attempt out of 2, 3 marks each. So 3 marks you will be getting if you attempt properly. Question number 3b, solve any 2 out of 4 sub questions, 3 marks each. That will be 6, means 50% option is here. Till question number 1, 2, 3. These 29 marks are textual based on your textbook. But what about the question number 4 and 5? That is 11 marks. These 11 marks will be out of the textbook but based on the syllabus. B, once again I shall repeat. Question number 4 and 5. The problems in these two questions will be based on the syllabus but out of textbook. So what is this question number 4? You have to attempt 2 out of 3 sub questions. 4 marks is 8 mark will be there. Question number 5, you have to attempt 1 out of 2, 3 marks each, means 3 marks you are getting. This is what your outline of the question paper. While preparation also you should have to know this one. The previous chart, this is a revised evaluation pattern, and this one question wise and chapter wise weightage. You have to go through these 3 well, so that will be helpful for you. From this outline of the question paper, what we come to know? Question number 3b, one of the sub question should be asked on the prove that in the statement. The first 3 topics: similarity, Pythagoras theorem, and circle. These questions, question number 4, these questions should be out of the textbook but based on the prescribed syllabus and also challenging one, just I told you. Question number 5, these questions should be creative, for which the responses should be as follows. See, expecting the student to express their own views, to draw a figure as per the given information, to complete the incomplete construction, to complete the given flowchart, the construction problem. You should have to construct, you should have to carry the construction from the given information or the situation, open-ended questions, estimations and approximation, comprehension of a mathematical passage. The question will be based on such responses. So this is question number 5. So with this I could say you should have to keep in mind that the only way to learn mathematics is to do mathematics. Friends, one more thing you should have to know, that if I could speak mathematically, whatever you are doing the efforts in the whole year, that when you subtract the t from I can't, what left is I can. So be positive. With these words I shall stop here. Thanks for watching.